It's Men's Call. Welcome. It's February. Can you believe it? How are you doing on your plans and strategies and goals and visions for this year? I hope you are all in, making the difference you want to make. What separates you from everyone else on this call tonight is your picture of tomorrow. What could be, what will be, what should be. So I'm just so fired up to walk with you and stand with you. I got a question for you this evening, and here it is. How many of you have ever been disrespected? How many of you have ever felt the feeling of somebody who disrespected you? Have you ever felt inside of your heart and your mind and your emotions the feeling that dishonor and disrespect does for a life? We at G5 and in our locker rooms and on this men's call, we've talked many times about honor, order, and authority. Where we get into trouble is when we get into disrespect. How many of you have ever felt the pain, I'm going to ask you one more time, of disrespect? Have you ever had somebody treat you with disrespect? Also, do you remember the time that when you didn't deserve it, maybe you were behaving and speaking and acting in a way that you shouldn't have been respected, but someone gave you respect? And how many of you, before we start tonight, have ever disrespected someone else with your words, your tones, your attitudes, your body language? Tonight, I want to go on a little just journey with you on 13 ways to respect others professionally and personally. Now, we just came through Valentine's Day, and I hope that you are loving your spouse the way they need to be loved. In the locker room, which is kind of a brother to this call, tonight we'll be going over how to love the person you love. I just think we need to be reminded. I think you will agree with me, it's not enough to say that you respect someone. You have to show respect. It needs to be evident in your actions, in your body language, in your focus. To help us to show respect to others, let's talk about some ways that we can improve our ability to make someone else feel respected, honored, cherished, cared for. So let's go. I hope you're ready to write. Number one, practice listening. One of the greatest ways you can increase the self-image of someone else is by listening to them. So many times, leaders and men, we think we're supposed to solve the problem. You cannot believe how much you can get done by just listening and validating. I think we get nervous and defensive. We get anxious because we think we're supposed to come up with some big, brilliant solution. And then we try to force our way onto others, a real act of disrespect. The way you can increase somebody's self-worth is by just listening to them. Have you ever felt disrespected because you were talking to someone, but they weren't really present? They weren't present in the conversation. They're looking around, they're watching TV, they're reading their social media, or they're reading some article. You have to be alive and present and demonstrate, men, that you are paying attention. Listening and hearing are two very different things. Listening and hearing are two very different approaches. Listening and hearing are two different activities. When you listen, you process what you're hearing. You have to think about it and then respond appropriately. Or validate. Thank you for sharing that. I can see how you would see that and feel that. There are several ways you can practice and get better at this. For example, if you want to be really a great listener, use your eyes. Listen with your eyes. Let them see in your eyes that you hear what they're saying and that you feel what they're saying and that you care about what they're saying. Ask questions. Ask questions of them. And then really, really carefully summarize what you've heard. When you listen and you let somebody know that you're really listening to them and that you value what they have to say, it conveys that you value their ideas, their feelings, their thoughts, and their very personhood. The second thing I encourage you to do is constantly look for common ground. Hey, when you don't see eye to eye, walk hand in hand. With everybody you have in your life, there's commonalities, even in diversity. If you look hard enough, you can find something with someone that you disagree with most. You can find something that you agree on with another person. It may be a shared experience. It may be a shared pain or victory, or it may be a shared value or virtue. Something that really, really brings you together. I can tell you, everyone wants to share their basic aspects of life. We're all born and we will all die. In between those 2 points, everyone will experience growth and change, even as you understand that you're very different from other people. Everyone you know shares in the reality of life. Victories, setbacks, struggles, heartbreak. We all have a story. When you listen to someone, you let them know that you value them. And when you find common ground, you now are connecting with them. And once you find common ground, this is the starting point to any relationship. From there, you can help the relationship grow by focusing on what you agree on, your similarities, instead of the differences that you have between each other. Number 3, keep learning about other people. If you're going to respect them, find out what their story is. Find out their life experiences. In the face of conflict, it is easy to defend your opinion instead of empowering your curiosity. Use your situation as a learning opportunity. Find out basics of the other person's perspective. How did you arrive at that? What caused you to get there? Don't do it in a judgmental way or like an attorney cross-examination. Just out of sheer curiosity, find out. If you don't even agree with them, listen, this is so important, man. Even if you don't even agree with them, you'll learn something new about the other person. You'll gain understanding of why they feel the way they feel and act the way they do. You see how their experiences have shaped their perspective about life, and you'll grow personally as you expand your mind and your horizons past your own thoughts and experiences and show the respect that we should show for other people. Find out, what do you know? And how did you learn that? What have you been through? What are you going through right now? Absolutely be curious enough to ask the questions. Number 4, I encourage you to show honor for differences. You might not relate to their perspective, but you can respect their right to have it. I'm going to say that again. I may not relate to their perspective, but I can respect their right to have it. Everyone comes together with different backgrounds. Even 2 people that grew up in the same town have different perspectives. People that go to church together and work the same jobs have very different perspectives. And even if you grew up in different families, it's such a joy to learn about their childhood and the things that shape their lives. Our backgrounds and experiences shape our perspectives. By honoring a person's thoughts, actions, behaviors, and perspective, you honor their background. It doesn't say you have to agree with them. It doesn't even say that you have to enable them. But you do need to respect them. And listen, when you don't understand someone else's thoughts, ask them this simple question: why do you say that? And it opens doors for you to learn and stretch and grow yourself. Then you can value their experiences. Number 5, find ways to serve them. Service doesn't have to be complicated. It's just really caring and giving back to people what they cannot give you. By doing so, you make your life better and their life better. Yes, I said that. By doing it, you make your life better and their life better. Look for ways to lend a helping hand. It can be as simple as helping them pick up something that they need to have. I often have people text me during the day, and here's what they'll say: "Hey, PT, what can I take off your plate? Is there anything I could do for you that would save you time and energy and give you the ability to be more productive at what you do?" Serving others shows kindness, which shows respect. Serving others shows kindness, which makes them feel respect. Everyone you meet needs somebody to be kind to them. Do you realize most of the interactions you have during the day at work and even with your family, there's something on their heart. There's something agitating them. They've been through something. They got a phone call. They've been through a lot. Just be aware. Number 6, if you are going to respect people, I encourage you, apologize. And I want to add this to it. Apologize when you're wrong, but even apologize when you're not wrong. The height of maturity in a great leader is when you lead above circumstances, and that means even when it's not your fault, you learn to say, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." Apologizing shows that you have heart and that you have empathy and that you are a human being that has discernment and that you care, and then you give the recognition. So I just want to encourage you in your life to apologize. I can tell you that apologizing is an act of honesty and humility. By apologizing, you demonstrate that you have values and that you value them to a person that has been wronged or hurt. I just want to tell you this, leaders. People cannot move on and get better until somebody validates their past or present pain. That must have hurt. That must still be hurting. And I'm so sorry for that. Number 7, learn how to be polite. Man, the lack of politeness today in our society is shocking. And we're having a lot of thought leaders right now that are teaching that it's okay to be rude, that it's okay not to be polite. You see so much road rage in the city that you live, and it's increasing and increasing. People are more and more and more and more angry. They feel like somebody has done them wrong. And I want you to know, I think that society is proving that it's forgotten how to be kind and nice. I need you to write this down in capital letters or make it on caps on your smartphone. Are you ready? When you look at life, being kind and polite is not weakness. Being kind and polite is not weakness. It's not a lower road, it's a higher road. road. It's not a weakness, it's actually a strength. I'm asking every man that's listening to me right now to not only do this, but teach your sons and daughters how to be polite. There's a lot of unpoliteness in this world. It's everywhere you look. It doesn't take much effort to be polite. In fact, it's something that I'm begging you not only learn and demonstrate, but teach it to your children. Teach your sons and daughters, men, to be polite to their mother, to honor their mom. Don't be dishonoring, and do not be disrespectful. Honor your father and mother. Men, you are in charge of this mission in your home. It starts with you and me, and then we train our children. What are you preparing them for? You're preparing them for being a success in life, in relationships, and in their future endeavors. Kindness. Of all the entrepreneurs that I know, the ones that are making a difference, that have the most loyalty from the people around them, they're kind and they're polite. You can be strong and still be polite. Number 8, show gratitude. While you're being polite, it's really important. But I will tell you, man, showing gratitude goes deeper than even thankfulness. When you are showing gratitude, it expresses your appreciation for another person. Not only am I thankful for you, but I'm grateful for you. Do you know how many of your marriages could get 10 times better if you would just see your spouse differently than you see them? If you would treat them differently, speak to them differently, and teach your children to do that. Do you know how many of your employees would perform at a level that they're right now not performing because you show no gratitude? Do you know how many of you leaders that coach other people, you're so interested in telling other people where they're wrong and how they need to do it your way instead of finding out what they want done and helping them get it? Why do we have to make someone feel less in order to make ourselves feel better? Gratitude. I would just beg you to tell someone how thankful you are. I would encourage you tonight to go to your children and go to your wife and say, I'm just so thankful for you. And be very specific. To your little girls, I would tell you to say 2 things to them. Number 1, baby, I just love the way your eyes dance. And watch this. And I love how you think. Now I'm not only validating, by the way, you can do the same thing to young men. Son, I love your tenacity. I love your strength. But I also love that you're a thinker. I love that you have a pure heart. I love that you have a heart towards God. I'm glad that you're joining me, us together, as we make a difference. You should tell everyone in your life every day how thankful you are for them and who they are in your life. For instance, I will tell you, before I came and did this call, I texted my wife and I said, we've been married 32 years. When I first met her, she's a very different woman now. She's changed a lot. She's grown a lot. She's read a lot of books. She's studied. She has changed in so many ways. I just texted her and said, I just want to say thank you for the way you've grown. The way you've grown. For your hunger. You've always been beautiful, but you've grown. I just want to encourage you right now. Just say to them, I just wanted you to know how much I appreciate you. And always look for the good in every situation. Be careful that you don't get negative and try to find fault with everything in somebody's life. You will never criticize somebody into greatness. Be kind. That doesn't mean you can't say, hey, we are going to get better. we're going to set goals. So in another term, I want to tell you, not only say words of gratitude, but show gratitude by doing something nice for other people. It doesn't have to be some grand gesture. I got to tell you, man, you would be surprised. And I know I have some ladies on this call tonight. Ladies, you would be surprised what a simple act of kindness and respect would do for someone. It would blow your mind. Number 9, celebrate their achievements. If you're going to respect somebody, celebrate their wins. Be with them during their struggles and tell them how proud you are that they're overcomers, but be there with them when they win. Everyone you know deserves a pat on their back. Everyone around you needs to hear praise from your lips saying, I am just so proud of you. Again, you don't have to wait for some major accomplishment to celebrate. Celebrate the small wins. In fact, finding something small to appreciate may be more meaningful because it means you're paying closer attention. I'm going to say that again. Men, first of all, I'm begging you. My name is PT. Notice if she does her hair. Notice when she does something in the house. Be a noticer. And when you notice, say something about it, even when it's small, minute. Go, lead the way, and let him know I'm paying attention. Draw attention to their success. Let them know they did a good job. Watch their faces light up. Now, I'm going to tell you, some of you right now, I know you're fighting me. You're going, PT, I wasn't raised in a home like that, and that just feels like weakness. And I want to tell you with as much love and respect that I can tell you right now, you got to get over it. You cannot stay in that brokenness. You have got to learn how to open your mouth and say, I'm proud of you. I love you. I need you. You got to learn how to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I was wrong. Number 10, make sure you affirm. Find something good to say about them. It gives them evidence that they matter because you're paying attention. Make it something dear to their heart and give them more satisfaction. Can I ask you a question, man? Do you know the 5 most important things to your wife right now? And ladies, you're on the call. Do you know the 5 most important things to your husband right now? Come on, Mom and Dad. Do you know the 5 most important things to your little girl or to your young leader, man? You got to know. You got to pay attention. Our job as men is to affirm and make people feel special. You matter. By the way, I want to encourage you right now. Do it quickly and do it often. Do it quickly and do it often. Do it quickly and do it often. I got a question for you. Have you ever done something for somebody and they never said thank you? Do it quickly and do it often. You can affirm their opinion, their values, and their viewpoints. You can affirm their efforts, and you can absolutely affirm their accomplishments. Whatever you choose to affirm. Whatever you choose to affirm lets them know that they have value and lets them know what you value. Wow. Show them that they're worthy of respect. For example, you can say something like, I just want you to know, I really appreciate that you're helping me see things from a different perspective. Rather than, why do you think you're right? Being defensive, no, I'm going to appreciate their differences of opinion. I appreciate that. Number 11, offer support. We all need a helping hand. Right now, can I tell you, men, it's just been Valentine's. I'm telling you right now, you need to, in your home, lead well, because I can tell you right now, your wife needs more help. And wives, your husband need more help than you can imagine, whether it's physical or emotional support. By offering support and encouragement, you can let them know you care about them. Helping out demonstrates that your actions and their needs are important to you because you're participating with them. Awareness again, man. Awareness again, man. Awareness again. Be aware. We get so focused that if we're not careful, we have no peripheral vision. I just want you to know, and if someone offers you support, whatever you do, if they give you wisdom, I'm going to be really tough here for a minute. Do not spit in their face and go do the exact opposite of what you should be doing. Number 12, keep your promises. Boy, this builds trust. Keep your promises. Being a person of your word shows the other person that they're worth the effort. On the other hand, breaking promises shows the lack of respect to the other person, as if it doesn't matter enough for you to keep your promises. Ultimately, this will undermine the relationship and trust will be broken, and healthy relationships require trust. I hope you're taking notes, and I hope you're ready to implement these because they are worth nothing if you get off of this call and don't implement immediately. I know you're already doing it. I know you're already making a difference. I know some days you're so exhausted you wonder where you're going to get the strength. I'm going to tell you a secret. When you do these principles, they're going to put more energy in your soul. You're going to sleep better, and you're going to get more innovative ideas. God's going to open doors for you that you never thought possible. Number 13, and I close, take care of yourself. Man, on the plane, I fly all the time. They said, put the mask on yourself first and then give it to others. Guys, you got to take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. I'm not saying you got to be, a big old weightlifter crazy guy. I'm just telling you, take a walk. I would encourage you to start implementing taking a walk with your wife. You can't serve and support others if you don't have the energy to do so. How many men go home after work and go sit on the couch? I'm not being mean. When they should be coming to the door and going, I've served corporate America. I've served our dream. Now I'm ready to serve you. I'm going to beg you in the new year, don't leave your best at the office and come home and give your family the leftovers. When you keep your promises, can I tell you, it actually increases your energy. But when you've got to worry that I didn't keep my promises, it's going to run you down because it will wear you out. Get around people. Practice self-care. Love yourself. The Bible says love your neighbor as yourself. Love yourself to take care of yourself. Just invest in you. Take care of you. Fill yourself up. I wished I had another hour to talk to you about how to keep yourself full, because I see so many men trying to feed others while they're dying of malnutrition themselves. You need wisdom, and you need knowledge, and you need understanding. You need awareness in your life. So I want to encourage you, when you give yourself, you're opening the opportunity to receive the best. When you appreciate another person, you just increase their values. So I just want to say in closing, respect means thinking and showing positivity to others. It proclaims to the other person that you value them. And while you appreciate their actions, it speaks more to their character. Let me say that in a different way. It not only speaks to what they're doing, it speaks to who they are. I value you. When you respect someone, you're communicating to them, you matter to me. I honor you. I honor your experiences, your perspectives, your pains, your hunger, your dream, your desire, your disappointment. I'm listening. Pay attention. I promise you, 2024 is going to be your greatest year. Let's show respect in a world that is showing more and more disrespect. You're going to be a light that's going to bring brightness into other people's lives. I love you. I can't wait to see you next month, man. I'm proud of you. Keep fighting the good fight of faith. I think these 13 things are going to help you. It's going to help me more than I can tell you. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and I'm going to ask you to join me. I'm implementing them right now. Knowing gets you nothing. Knowing gets you nothing. Implement right now and lead and watch what happens. I believe in you. Charge.